Hey guys, Ellen Woodbridge here, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I am actually here. I fixed my Facebook gremlins from Wednesday and I'm actually here live, and I'm going to share with you the same card that I was going to share, and it is using, actually I haven't flicked myself. Whoops, you don't need to see that. Hey Arnie Di, thanks for joining. Let me flick it so you can see. Thank you. I got a letter about our letter schedule changing. I think we're going to every second day. I shall read that later. Oh, right. Sorry, David came in with the mail. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Can you see my little blue box up there? That's my very special Tiffany box that I officially get to share as of tomorrow morning. I know, I'm so happy to be here. So what we are playing with today is the Gnome for the holiday set. I've already shared one card doing this. I shared the lady and the tree, which I had coloured with Stampin' Blends. We're using Stampin' Blends today, but oh yay Jamie, I'm glad. Oh no. Mizo Cat's very needy. But I'm just using one image today, which is our little wizard snowflake gnome here. So I know I bought this set. I don't normally buy a cutesy set from the catalogue, but this time I went, I'm buying a cutesy set, so I did buy it. Thank you so much, Star. Sorry, David's helping me out. It's all happening here. I know, stinking cute. So this is the card that we are making. Holly jolly everything. So using the brightly gleaming paper and copper paper as well. So I've got everything here. I just wanted to say, sorry, I'm just going to move you guys down a bit so you don't see all my wine bottles and everything like that that's up there. It is, I know, that was such a good idea of you. You know that other box still isn't away yet, but you know, those things happen. So if it is, do you know what? I've even got this in my ear because I was watching something. I haven't taken it out. The world sounds so much better now. Yes, well, it's not. It's navy, copper, and misty moonlight and seaside spray. So I've used lots of different blues on this card. So if this is your first time here and you end up liking what you're seeing, please consider subscribing or following me. So you follow on Facebook. If you want to see my notifications first, do that. If you want notifications for the video, in the video, 3 dots on the top what hand side? Right hand side. Drop that down and you can get notifications. Yeah, no, not sending you wine. It's not even my wine. I don't drink wine. It's David's wine, and I don't think he is sharing at all. Sorry, just getting up my second screen. Yes, and if you're watching me on YouTube, please subscribe. To use my mobile phone to go live on YouTube, I need 1,000 subscribers, and I'm up to 700 and something. I'm getting close, and it's going up nice and steadily. But if you haven't already subscribed, please do. Now, I do have links to my shop and all my social medias below, including my hostess code. And if you use my hostess code this month, you go in the drawer for the Warm Hugs stamp set and iridescent pearls. So this is yay, the holiday catalogue has launched. So it's a holiday catalogue launch special, but if your order is over $60 and you use the hostess code, you receive a tutorial bundle free from me. So it's not as if you don't get anything. It's just this month you go into the draw for a prize. So I am going to flick us. I knew I wasn't on mute over there either. I'm going to flick us around, pop that over there, and we will get moving because these cards, I'm going to make 2 and they are going to come together fairly quickly. So just bear with for a few minutes. Sorry, I've got a few things over the place ready to go for our card. Oh no, Cindy, tell them to hurry up, that it's more important for your well-being that you come and watch and participate in this, because we all know that card making is a good stress release, and I know for you it's good for your well-being. Okay, oh my dear word. Hang on. Right. Oh, it's a Zoom meeting. Yes, most meetings could be done via email. I think I'm all right. I'll go turn off my lights so I get rid of these shadows, and I'll be right back. Okay, so romper room time. Let's see who is in the house. Hello, Miss J. Hello, Miss Rose and Donna and Cindy. We're going to have 2 Cindys. Pamela, Margaret. Thank you for sharing, guys. I appreciate that. I like new people finding me. Hey, Alicia. Hey, Jacqueline. I'm agreeing with everything you're saying. Hello, Miss Margine. I'm glad you like that paper, Rose. I'm so glad this paper carried over from last year's holiday catalogue into this year's mini catalogue. Hey, Barbara. Now, is anyone here in the line of fire of Laura at the moment? Because I am meant to be in New Orleans right now. Hey Laurie, thanks for joining. Yes, the star paper is perfect for a wizardy gnome, but it's not actually wizard, it's snowflakes. But I've made it look like a wizard because we all know that I'm averse to using snowflakes. But anyway, what we are starting with, I'm going to start with our stamping, and we've got our Stamparatus. So what I have used for our labels, I have used this label from Ornate Frames. Please also, while I'm here, take note of the amazing storage containers that are custom made just for me by Jamie. She came over last Friday and helped me out. Jacqueline also helped in working out that there was nothing out there in the Webiverse that that catered to my needs. So we've custom made our own. And our wizard is die cut and stamped onto the painted labels dies. So I just sit these in a box so I can flick through them. However much I love my art bin boxes, I have too many dies to flick through them comfortably. So I love the sheets. And I have a bazillion of them. I am going to stick with the system, and I've just changed my system of storing the sheets rather than using the sheets. So that's a little update from me. So what I have done with these dies is I have created 2 jigs. So I have one for the wizard and one for the sentiment. And you can see here I've marked the corner. I've also marked where the plate should go. So I have, how I created these jigs while I get myself all sorted here, is I stamped. So I stamped on this piece of paper with the Stamparatus, and I shall grab that out. I'll take this clean plate off, and I shall put I shall put this plate on. So if I put this in, I don't need this either because we're using rubber stamps, so I don't need the extra height. So you can see here we put this jig right in the corner and we put the plate on this side. So I stamped it down in Memento ink, then I die cut it out and I kept this sheet and did the marking, and that means I'm going to get perfect stamping most of the time. I'm going to say most of the time because if I say all of the time, that's false promises. Okay, so we're stamping 2, and then I just went through and die cut all these pieces using the new cut and Stampin' cut and emboss machine. Oh, you're muted. Very good, very good. Okay, sorry, lucky. I am lucky I'm safe at home. Oh, that's good, Shelley. I'm glad you guys are safe on that side. I know, I'm loving my fused punches. Thank you. Not a problem, Deborah. I do hope you are all okay, and we shall catch you another time. Sorry, I'm just grabbing a scrap sheet that I can't grab. So you can buy these. They're just grid mats, but you can buy them for the Stamparatus. So what I'm going to do, pop this in here, and my first stamping, as always, is going to be onto my scrap piece. So then that way my second stamping will be lovely. So it doesn't matter where this piece of paper is. I'm just stamping him down. Then he's primed with some ink. And with my Memento, I sort of twist and then I tap because it's got a felt. A felt thing. I can't even speak today. That is beautiful. So one gnome down. Get my second piece here. I do have my original gnome, but I just want to stamp all the pieces, and then I can make a different coloured card because of course I want to make a purple one, and my purple one might go really nicely with my first frost papers. So that's my gnomes done. I'm going to leave those to the side to dry. I can now recycle this piece, and while I am here, David has lovingly cleaned my chamois. So this is our stamp chamois that is well loved and used. Clean this off so I don't transfer any ink. And I'm going to, I brought this up to 90 degrees and I flip it round, pop it back down and put my other jig in. So this jig is for the ornate frames for our sentiment, and our sentiment is stamped in Misty Moonlight ink. Now Misty Moonlight ink is one of our new ink colours for the current annual catalogue. So this colour will go through to the start of 2022. And I like it. It is a perfect pairing for Night of Navy. So with this card I've used Seaside Spray for the wizard's cap, or I call it a wizard for the gnome's cap. So I've just done the same thing. Stamped this off first, primed the stamp, because the second stamping is second, third, fourth, fifth, 1000th is always nicer. Now I mis-inked that Y, so I'm just going to ink the whole lot up, back over, concentrate on the Y, and that is perfect. So I may have not got it the first time. I need my take your pick tool. just to lift this up, pop this through, pop this to the side. Oh, I'm trying to get it inside the bag. So I like to use my clear medium envelopes to corral supplies when I have classes and team meetings. So that's everyone got a little medium envelope with all their supplies in it, all their little supplies in it. So that worked really, really well. Okay, now someone's messaged me. I just want to make sure it's got nothing, no, it's got nothing to do with this video, making sure I'm not missing information. So I'm not going too heavily, I'm just making sure I'm applying nice even pressure, and that one is perfect. So I have finished with all my stamping. Don't need that, I need my chamois, and I will properly clean these with the Stampin Scrub and Stampin Mist. I just don't want too much ink to go everywhere. Let's see if I can grab this magnet off. Great, I can now recycle this because I'm finished with this jig, and I have left a lot of these on for a long time when I know I'm going to do more projects, and just kept the jig. But for this one I'm finished with this card, so I'll pull these off and pop them all away. Okay, I'm not going to put that on my dies because that would be very silly of me. Okay, although I just put it in my Razcog and I heard that magnet hit the base. So, you know, I'm totally smart today. Okay, finish with this ink pad, finish with the Misty Moonlight. Do want to bring this back in, and this is my extra one in my basket here. I just looked. Esther and I have exactly the same baskets, and we live on opposite sides of the world. So I thought that was quite funny that in cheap shops they have the same containers. So I just had this container in my Razcog to corral all my little bits and bobs. Oops, I got a tiny bit of blue ink on that. So where I want to start, and where I started on all of these, was just colouring in the sleep cap. I don't know, are they called sleep caps? Are they called hats? I don't know what they're called with gnomes, so I'm not doing this particularly tidily. Okay, so this is Seaside Spray Light, and this is, no, that is the wrong colour, and this is Seaside Spray Dark. So I'm going to see how dark. I think my bullet end might be darker at this point. Oh no, this is looking dark. If a colour is looking not as dark as what I like it, I do tend to do multiple layers. So with this one, I'm going to do it slightly different. I'm going to whack down the dark and then go in with the light. Doesn't matter what way you do it, just as long as you get your blending the way you like it, that's all that matters. So I'm definitely finished with that light, dark. So I'm just blending this edge in circular motions, and then I am going to colour the rest of the hat in. That is that hat done. That's pretty much blended. I just need to go in and grab those spots that I didn't already get. So a lot of the colouring I have done on our gnome here is using one colour. So for the bell, because the bell isn't touching anything, I just used our Mango Melody in the, what do I use? In the light. So I'm going to colour it in. I'm going to let it dry a bit, and then I'm going to go in again just and create that shadow. So you can create that shadow using exactly the same blend. Even though they come in pairs, you don't need to use them in pairs, and you can just use one marker and add multiple layers to get your softer and more desired look. So that's that done. I'm going to grab our ivory now. And for ivory, there's only a couple of teeny spots for ivory. And they are his legs. Just here and here. His hands. I'm doing no shading on the hands and the legs. None at all. Just between his boots and his breeches. And his nose, and there is a tiny slit for his eyes, and I've waited until this blue or the seaside spray totally dried before I went in there. So I just want to darken up his leg here, just pop a little bit darker on his hands. Doesn't have to be anywhere in particular. And then what I want to go in and is darken one side of his snoz, because I want to add those shadows. So you can see here, because I did this one first, this one's quite a bit darker. Done. Great. I am really happy with that simple colouring. Now, I want to show you the difference with my beads. Oh, no, that's not my bead colour. So the difference with my beads, I used my brush end for this gnome and went quite heavily. In certain spots, I did leave white, so it looks more like he has a grey beard. And with this one, I've gone in with the bullet end in certain spots, but both I have blended out with the colour lifter. So I have blended both out with the colour lifter. One I just use very light hand and the bullet end, and this one I use the brush end, so slightly different effects. This one I've gone lighter with all my colours, and this one I've gone darker with all my colours as well. So just to give you some reference there, and I will pop, let's see how much room I've got here. I'll pop this in. So I am going to go in. I like the lighter look, so I am going in with the bullet end, so you can just write with the bullet end if you're holding it correctly. Now, don't ask me why I am working upside down. Don't ask me. Don't know, can't answer you. But I am working upside down. I tend to move these around as I go. So I'll just add shadow under his moustache and his nose. So I'll show you before I blend anything out what I have done, and then you will see the final result as well. So this one I've just scribbled all the way across, just added some grey bits, and then I will grab my colour lifter, and the colour lifter actually pushes the ink into the cardstock. It doesn't actually really lift anything out. So this is where I'm at before I add the colour lifter. Please tell me people are here with me. Hey Janice, sorry if I missed you. Is anyone here with me, or are you just enthralled in my colouring process? So I do like to use the brush end, and I am fairly heavily handed. So I'm more heavily handed on this edge and here, because I really want these edges, I want there to be hints of colour rather than there to be actual colour, if that makes any sense at all. So do you guys enjoy colouring? I must say I do, but I'm also not very particular about my colouring. Hey Rose, hey Margie. Oh, you've been here a while. Okay, not a problem. Just making sure after my Wednesday issues that people are actually here. So let me bring this back up. So this one is the one I went quite a bit lighter on, and you can see the hint of the colour is there, but they're not totally as dark as this man over here. Okay, now I've just got his shirt and his boots. So, oh no, sorry, I lie. I've also got to ground him. So what I have done with that, I've taken the brush end, oh, not the bullet end. You got rid of me, Zo. Oh, good, I'm glad. Hey, Maria, thanks for joining. So the brush end, and just given him a bit of ground. And then I will go through with our colour lifter and really make that less prominent. So now I'm definitely finished with our light smoky slate. I will do his clothes from here and let this bottom part dry and absorb. So you can see how much already that has softened back. It's still there, but it's not quite as soft. I do still give this a scribble on my scrap paper, so then I'm not leaving any colour in the end. Oh good, I'm glad. Thank you girls, I'm glad. I thought you were just watching me colour, but I just want to. Oh, no problems, Delinda. Oh, you're constantly enthralled by me. God love you, Mrs. Crouch. God love you. Sorry, I'm now missing all these comments. I'm not great at using them either, Rose. I just... You like using pencils. Okay, as long as you've got a medium that suits you, that's fine. I think I've been watching Copic colouring videos for so long that I feel like I know all the theory. It's just my hands that don't necessarily want to do the practical. Now for these boots, this is light basic black. You can see here we've got some detail in the boots, and I always find if I use dark basic black and light basic black, I lose all that detail. So I'm just going through and pouncing very lightly with this, and I'll show you. This isn't even totally dry yet, but you'll be able to see. You can see that detail in his boots with the light basic black. Exactly, and I did do one where he's floating, but I think I went back and changed it. Okay, you know, but practice makes perfect, Margaret, and watching people use them. Like, I don't do anything fancy. I really, really don't. But then there are those out there that will put this colour with cherry cobbler and make it look amazing. And I'm just going, my brain is going to explode. I use them in pairs. keep it simple, and that's what I do. So I now have Light Night of Navy, which matches our brightly gleaming paper. And I'm going in with the bullet end because we've got such a small area to colour. I've already gone out of the lines, but you know, that happens. So whilst this looks like a simple card, we've got nice opportunity for relaxing with our colouring. So I've gone through with one layer, and I will go back over these areas to give them a bit of depth, but using the same colour again. I'm not using the dark Night of Navy, just trying to keep things as simple as I can. So this looks all lovely and beautiful, but I do want to pop a bit of shading here under his arm, at the bottom here, go in over the places that I missed, bit here, bit there, just to add some extra dimension. It doesn't look like much, but boy, it brings this to life. Okay, and one dot there to cover it up, and that's all our colouring done. I don't know how long I've taken, but you know. Oh, good, I'm glad, Donna. I'm glad. I have splendid creativity. Why, thank you, Mr. Linda. Thank you. I love words like splendid too. Such a proper word. Okay, so these are our finished gnomes. And I have heaps of edges of dimensionals at the moment. So it may look like I'm using a lot of stuff, but I'm just using up the edges of packets. And I need my scissors. So, and there, great. So, this doesn't even want to come off, because the edges are so big on our mini dimensionals. I often cut them down first, even while I'm using the bits in the middle, because they, I know the width is great just to cut off a teeny bit for a word or anything else I may want to use. And just one more piece for this. I'm just getting these prepared. We are not assembling quite yet. I'll just put these off to the side so I don't, it's not what I wanted to do either. I've pulled the whole backing sheet off. Use the scissors, Ellen. That's why they were invented. Well, they were invented to cut things, but you know, we use them for other reasons. Okay, I don't need my grid mat. Okay, let's, well, I've got notifications. Don't know what that is. Right. Thank you, Margine. I'm glad you are enjoying my colouring. I enjoy doing it. It's nice and relaxing. Now, I do plan, because the Leaders Summit starts tomorrow, use the scissors. We just went over this. Yes, these are the conversations that I do have with myself, even if you guys aren't here. Okay, so the Leaders Summit starts tomorrow, and this is why I was going to be in New Orleans, meeting Denise, hopefully meeting Bobby as well, but you know, I'm not there. There's a Category 4 storm, or a soon-to-be Category 4 storm, so all meant to be in my world, all meant to be. Okay, done and done. Sentiments. Meant to be meeting them, but I'm at home. So tomorrow's session is only an hour for me, and it's at like 6 till 7 in the morning. So what I thought was, to make up for my Gremlins on Wednesday, I would come to you with a video. Now, two choices of video. I want to show you how to use the cut and emboss machine with embossing folders, because at the moment I have two different types of embossing folders, and I just want to be clear and do a quick video showing how the sandwiches work for both types. So I can do that, or I can do a full card. It's up to you. So you need to tell me what you want me to do. I just finished a whole sheet of dimensionals. I have 2 more to go, but I finished a whole sheet. So this is the Christmas Gleaming paper that I've used. A fantastic masculine pattern on the back. This Christmas Gleaming paper, whilst it is in a holiday themed catalogue, it has fantastic masculine paper. Every piece is copper foiled. Okay, just so you know. And I know so many of you, I know, Susan, full card. Okay, no problems. I will do the other one as a YouTube video then, and you guys can go watch it over on YouTube. Or if you're on YouTube, you'll find it here very soon. I know you guys are going to go off at me for not using the middle, but you know what? I don't care. I use the middle. I don't like seeing that there are dips in cards or cutouts, because sometimes you can see it. So I am just doing this. So I am going to do a, which card am I going to do? I am going to do a Dove of Hope card, and for Onto Us. That will be the card that I do. And I know I've still, or I can do a Christmas card, or I can play with the what's it called? Sunshine, the paper pumpkin kit. It's Sunshine, and its name is totally escaping me, so you need to tell me Christmas card or paper pumpkin. Okay, that is one. I'm being very sparing with my glue today because foil and moisture are not friends. So I've got enough glue to stick this paper down, but not enough glue that I will buckle the foil, because that happens. And I'd hate that to happen to you after watching me do this card and going, but Ellen used the glue, why is my foil being all weird? Okay, so that's the Night of Navy and the copper together. I just think that copper edge just adds a touch of class. Ah, that's so cool, Barbara. I'm so glad. I always do what you're doing now. I like smooth card. Okay, so paper pumpkin or Christmas card. So Night of Navy card bases to match our Night of Navy and to bring all our blues together. Going to fold these while our other pieces dry. And yes, I've changed the orientation of my cards recently. Hey, Miss Renee. You girls are going to leave this choice of what I'm making tomorrow to me, aren't you? Whether I play with my paper pumpkin kit or if I make a Christmas card with you. And the Christmas card is an alternative use for that set. And I was talking about Dove of Hope, and trust me, it is an alternative use. It's not how it was intended. Christmas card. You do whatever you won't be here anyway, Jamie. You'll be scrapping. Oh no, when do you leave? Do you leave tomorrow or do you leave like early Saturday morning? Jamie got invited on a crafty weekend away. I'm rather jealous. I'm not looking forward to 3 a.m. wake-ups for the Leaders Summit. I'm really looking forward to the Leaders Summit, but boy, I'm not looking forward to the 3 a.m. wake-up so I can have a shower and be awake for the 4 a.m. starts. I did wash my hair today, so I don't need to worry about waking up the house. I do wonder, those stars, oh, they looked upside down for a second, but how can a star be upside down? I have a dinner out tonight, then leave Friday afternoon. Ah, nice. So you may catch me while you're packing the car tomorrow. And then I've got to go sleep super early to be up at those times. And those of you that know me know I'm a bit of a night owl. I'm not as bad as a couple of people here that are like, don't go sleep at all. You love Gus. You just need good breaks away. I'm going out for brunch on Saturday morning. I'm going out for brunch to my team leader's house. That's what we have planned. Okay, now that we've got all our card bases done, now we are adding our gnomes and then we will embellish. And we do have some, actually don't need this glue, close it up, then I don't get a glue goober. We do have some options for embellishments. I've used the champagne rhinestones on one. They work beautifully. And on the other one, I have used, and would you believe I don't even have them out because that would be way too easy. And because I'm organized, got my hands on them. What are they called? The blue adhesive back gems. These are in the holiday catalogue and they come in a light blue and a dark blue. So I might make, I personally like the rhinestones, but you can see how I've used them then. Exactly, Jamie. Exactly. You've cooked for him and you're going out and having some you time. You've got to nourish your own soul. No, not that one. That one's not even covered. Got to nourish your own soul. And you're looking after him and Em. So, you know, all is good. Em will enjoy the dad time. So I did have to remind my kids that I'm even not meant to be in the country. So they are lucky I am still doing all their things for them this week. That is not straight. That is not even. Let's see. Ooh, I only placed that down. Go me. It's very hard to get it straight and even when you have all these stars in the background. And I don't do straight and even at the best of times. Let's see. Yep, this one's coming up too. I've still only placed when I'm happy. I will give them a good push. That's better. Right. Good push. Not perfect, but they're done. So what meals have you got, Jamie? Because I'm hanging for a meal now. I'm going to make myself eggs and cheese. Oh, this one's totally crooked, but you know. It's handmade, not a Hallmark. I know, but I don't know if we'll be allowed out of the country next year, Delinda. That's the problem. This is a really weird dimensional. It's been squished. Okay, holly jolly everything. And then I will grab my champagne, and I'm going to put a champagne one up there to cover my smudge. Okay, that is totally like on a weird angle, but it's a made card. Okay, if you were my champagne ones, you would be right here. Why you? Oh, I'm grabbing out two at the same time. Ooh, no, I love, actually, I probably need to make savoury mince. I've got a really nice mince recipe that you also put bacon in. Oh, geez, it's good. I have to grab out the recipe and make it really soon because I love it. Okay, I do have more champagne basic rhinestones, so don't fret because I'm using my big, why am I using my scissors? I have my take your pick tool here. It will work so much nicer. Okay, let's get it off my hand. Do you know what I've realised? This one is angled in as well. I don't know where these rhinestones were, but they were fully squished. One there, so just creating a bit of a diagonal and a teeny one. So it just brings the colour into our sentiment. I do like using the different sizes, so small, medium and large. And I don't like using them in the same line either. Okay, yep, that one, no, I still don't like where it is. There we go, that's a bit better. And I think I'm going to have to use a medium one up here. And that covers my boo-boo, but I am going to have to add a small cluster just to make it work, and then probably put some down here by his feet. So that covers that. So the boo-boo was never there. No one ever saw my ink. Ah, thank you. I love these gnomes too. Love them, love them, love them. So, I've made a bazillion of these, but I love them enough. They will go into my stash, and I will show you these. We have used colours. Colours, colours, colours. I will grab the ink pads out for the colours I have used. So I have used Misty Moonlight, Night of Navy, Seaside Spray. They are the three blues I have used, along with Champagne, the Blue Gems, the Brightly Gleaming paper. Now, if you want any of the supplies that I've used today, please pop over to my shop. I will pop up a blog post tomorrow with a link to all the supplies in one. Ooh, that sounds nice, Rose. In one, so I would appreciate you purchasing from me. And don't forget, you this month, before the 31st of August, you do go into the draw for a stamp set and iridescent pearls, which are brand new in the holiday catalogue. Thank you girls so much for joining me. Thank you for bearing with me at the end on Wednesday my time, no, Tuesday my time rather, while I had my gremlins on Facebook, which Jamie helped me fix. So thank you so much. I want you guys to stay as safe as you can with everything happening at the moment. I know so many of you are in the US. Here in Australia, we currently are disaster free. I say that, and something will happen now. But yeah, there is certainly enough happening in the world that we don't need any more disasters happening anywhere else. So thank you. I'm always here if anyone needs me with any questions. I've got links to all my socials in the description, so make sure you check me out there, and I will catch you guys later. Have a great weekend. Bye.